moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
21.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Right. Switch. Harlem, 64, weak. Get out.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Check 45. Hey, coaching still. Twist. Watch twist. Check. No. Check 52. Sit. Breaker on the hop. Watch the 61. Matchbox.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They go play action. Cousins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On 3rd down, Cousins escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And the Cowboys on the board again. It's a 2-touchdown lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check 3. Check 22.
Ryan. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Two deep zone cover two. You're asking your safeties to be back there off of the hashes, and you want to be able to keep up with receivers. In this case, the guy's playing a strong safety position. That's not his forte, yet he made a nice play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. This is taken at the 10. The beautiful fake. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down, it's Cook. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Cousins now. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On second down, this is Madison. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
1st down, Minnesota.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Mike.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Back 25.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
58. General West.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. This is caught inside the 15. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season, with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report. From my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Ready. Right there. 54 mics. Let's go, D. Check. Crunch. Topper.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, 59, ready. Wait. 36.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Yeah, let's get second.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 37. Check 37.
To throw again. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Jim. X3, 218, chopper. Check 99. 54, south. Recon, 132 fighter.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Down, ready. 51, Sam. Hey, watch the ball. Check. Slam. 80 weapon. Check. 39. Slam. Gun. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Wait. Watch the whip. Watch the shit.
They'll look to run with Freeman. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
What we got? Big ass. Check. Get out.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Check.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
It's 4th and goal.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here's Ryan to throw. The quick slant caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not...
And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety. So maybe the defense will have to kickstart the offense here. The first points of the game comes from that defensive unit.
Yeah, sometimes you get together and you say, hey, maybe it's on us today. We have to go out and force the issue and make a play and get everyone else going.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare. 21. He's checking. Hey, 59. Ready. Crash.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Let's get it.
Jahan, ready? Listen.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's complete to Diggs. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
Check. Watch 54.
Gun.
He can't, man. He's not going to get me.
Hey, 382, listen.
They run with Pumphrey. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. Now the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Mike 54. Defense wins championship.
Two. 2-jet bomber.
On play action, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Kill. Got it. Let him go.
Here's Ryan. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. and they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one.